must take your place in the circle of life.
How can I go back? I'm not who I used to be.
Remember who you are.
Hello guys, I'm Divina and I'm going to make a review about one of the interesting, the kind of no-sense horror movie sequence I've watched. It's that Scream 6. The one of 2023 about the sequel that I don't know that should be made. The plot moves from the small city of Woodsboro, California to the big New York City, where the 3 survivors and Jenna Ortega come. There are so many real deaths, some are gory, but they aren't very creative, as the villain uses the knife most of the times, as we know in the previous Scream movies. The main girl, Samantha, is interesting about dealing with past issues with a psychiatrist, but her story of being a serial killer daughter and her former boyfriend having daddy issues, it scares the professional and he goes away. Because, you know, he's not using with serial killers anyway. Her sister Tara, or as people know, Jenna Ortega, is trying to move on with her own life. Chad, one of the other survivors guys, tries to flirt with her, and there's another girl, Mindy, is the most fun girl who talks about the horror movie new rules for 5 minutes just to pretend that this is a sequel about this Scream franchise. Kirby from the movie 4 is back working on FBI, and Gail, played by Courtney Cox, is still the annoying reporter nobody likes, but until she's useful for the plot. Before we move on with the plot and more details about this movie, I'm going to review some plots. If you haven't watched it yet, you can do it right now, or if you don't care, you can still see the rest of this video anyway. So let's move on, and spoilers aboard. It's surprising to see Ghostface maskless after he murdered an innocent lady in the beginning of the movie, but then he gets killed from the real Ghostface in the beginning, before moving on the main plot. They transported all material from the previous movies in a theater in New York, with the 9 ghost faces, where we can see the ghost of Billy Loomis or Samantha's dad. That when she goes to see him in the glass, she sees the ghost her dad talk to her, like most dad spirits do for their offspring. Well, as most watch this movie to know about who is the killer, this time there were 3 ghost faces. The officer investigator that I knew was him, the nerd Ethan, even though the scene where Mindy was stabbed, it wasn't him, and Queen, who was supposed to be dead, but not at all. Not very creative, let's be honest. There are some cool scenes. For example, when the Ghostface and the sisters, they go inside a convenience store, and it was fun. People were scared, and Ghostface was stabbing everybody, and he got a shotgun from one honors and was using, trying to reach the girls. It was a good scene. Also, of course, the subway in New York, that there were others Ghostface, as it was a Halloween night, so it was really difficult to see who was the real killer, not the lights out or not. So I have to admit that it was a very interesting things about this movie. But still, there are other problems, such as most characters weren't dead at all. Like Mindy, after being stabbed inside the subway, Kirby, after being shot, is stabbed again, Gale, and even Chad, who was stabbed everywhere his body, and not because of terror, was stabbed on the back, making them like superhumans. That Ghostface can kill them. They should be, like Wolverine, for X-Men, relatives, or whatever they are. Also, the final scenes, they were, the villains and also the main characters, they were very, very smart. There are scenes that make anybody tickle. Go with the corpses. So it's a kind of movie that could be fun, but not really taken seriously, if you ask my opinion. And it's kind of sad that the creators, they're not very bold about having some characters finally be dead, just like Gale, that looks like she doesn't have any usefulness for this franchise anymore. At least that's what I think. And who knows what it's gonna be about even Sydney Prescott destiny in the next movies of the sequel. Samantha was girl, she was like, she didn't want to wear anything related to Ghostface, but in the end, just to kill the evil officer guy, she just wears her father Ghostface's costume, even wear his knife. But wait, girl, did you say you were like him? And that way, it's so, I don't know, so nonsense as everything. Overall, Scream is a great franchise. Even though this wasn't so original and not so bold about the characters, Destiny, it's fun though if compared to other franchise sequels. I can give it a 7 overall. So what do you think about this franchise? Did you like Scream 6? Or do you think it could be better? Just like video, subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to leave a comment to know what kind of movie you would like next. So that's it. Until next time.